Okay, so I'm trying to find a quiet place in this house, which is my study slash storing up for yard sale, whatever room. And I hate this room because the lighting is super yellow and the walls and everything's green and brown, and it just makes me look like I aged about 15 years. So I'm sorry if I look like, this on YouTube. Like I've said before, I don't have fancy lighting or anything like that yet. I mean, I think in the future it might be a good idea to invest in some decent lighting, or at least stand in front of a better window. But it is 7:59 and I wanted to get this video done, and so this is the face you get. Alright, so I wanted to do this video because I enjoyed watching a lot of the other ones, this is called 10 Things I Don't Spend Money On, and I believe this was a collab video that was started by Budget Girl, who is another YouTube vlogger who's been around for like 2 years now, and a bunch of the other YouTube budget community has done one of these, and so I thought I'd go and throw mine in there too. And it's been a while, it's not like a new thing anymore, but I thought I'd go ahead and just do one. And I'll try and include a link in the description to the other budgeters who have done videos with this tagline in it so that you can watch everybody else's ideas. I found them very informative, made me think about things I hadn't thought about before as far as trimming items out of my budget possibly, and so this is mine. Alright, the number one thing we don't spend money on anymore is cable. We cut the cord. Last month was our last month. We had DirecTV, and I have had DirecTV since like 2008, possibly. It was a long time. And we didn't have a fancy package or anything. We had a basic package, but we really liked our DVR. So we decided we were going to cut the cable, and we replaced it with a Roku box, which is a very small little device that streams your monthly subscriptions for streaming through it. So it can handle Sling, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix. There's a lot of them. A lot of the major cable channels have streaming channels now where you can either watch clips of various shows for free, or if you want to pay for a service, then you can kind of cherry pick the channels that you want. So we got the Roku box. It was a one-time fee of $89, which was less than our monthly cable bill, and it's free from there on out. And all we did was sign into the subscriptions that we already had. We have Netflix, Hulu Plus, and we do pay for the commercial-free version because my husband absolutely cannot stand commercials of any kind. And we also put the Amazon Prime on there. So we have 3 subscriptions, and possibly in the fall we might do one of the Sling Sports ones so that we can watch football. And so that's what we did. So we no longer watch cable. I really kind of missed the DVR thing, but honestly we spend a lot less time watching TV now, and have actually replaced all the TV watching with a board game nights, and it's actually worked out pretty good. So the number 2 thing we don't spend money on, full price movie tickets. Not that we went to the movies a lot. As a family of 7, going to the movies can easily run over $100. But since we joined Costco a few months ago, you can get gift cards there where you pay less than the face value of the tickets. So we paid $75 for $100 worth of movie tickets, and we used part of that for a family night. The kids decided for a family night one month they wanted to go see a movie. And then the other $25 James and I actually used for a date night. It was totally free tickets because we hadn't paid for that part of the, it was a discounted face value. And we used that for our date. Another option that we have in the summer is 2 movie theaters around here do summer movies, and if you get there early in the morning, around here it's Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, you can see a movie for $1, and it's all older stuff that's been out for several years, but they usually show 2 movies per day, and they have like a different set for Tuesday and Wednesday, and they'll have a schedule posted, so that's a great option. Only problem is our closest movie theater is about 45 minutes away. So unless we're all going together to go see something that just came out, we're probably not going to take advantage of the summer one. It's just a lot of driving and hauling everybody everywhere, so wait for it to come out on Redbox, on one of our subscriptions, or the library. Another option is for new movies, if you're patient and don't really care if you see it on opening night or right when it's brand new, you can wait. We have a theater that only charges $2 for movie tickets, and they just play them later in the season, like when they're not brand new releases. Maybe they were out for 3 months. They'll get them and it's only $2. So if you can discipline yourself to stay away from concessions, it can be a great deal. Number 3 that we no longer spend money on, and this is a sad one. It's so sad. No, it's not sad. It's not too bad. Like I said before, we're going to be homeschooling, so we will not be paying for private school. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent decision, but it is a decision for this coming school year, and we're going to save around $6,000. Even taking into account computers, probably right around $6,000 is what we're going to save this year. So that's something we're not spending money on. And guys, you know, no judgment here. You know, this is, everybody's 10 things are going to be different, and everybody's going to watch the videos and be like, well, I could never give that up, or I have to have that, or that doesn't seem like that's, why were you doing that in the first place? I mean, you know, it's a learning curve and we're going along. So my 10 things are going to be different than your 10 things. There may be things on my list that you can't imagine giving up, and that's okay. I mean, like, everybody's journey to this, to debt freedom and financial freedom is different, and that's going to be okay. All right, so number 4 that we don't spend money on is, what did I write here? I can't read my writing. Oh, I think it's supposed to say pedicures and manicures. I used to get acrylic nails all the time, and my nails naturally, unless I'm on a supplement, are very weak and brittle, and I'm bad about remembering my supplements, and I really should, because like I sell them. So and it's really good when I'm on it, and I need to get back on it, but I usually am too lazy to remember to take it. Let's be honest here. How many bottles of vitamins do you have in your cupboard that you promise yourself you're going to take, and they're just kind of collecting dust? So mine is my one for my nails. I keep forgetting to take it, and I was always getting acrylic nails, which was $25 a pop for a set of acrylic nails, and then about $15 for a fill every 2 weeks. So that adds up really fast. So I've just decided I'm not going to do that anymore unless it's a special occasion. I did get them done for Mother's Day, and that was budgeted in as part of my Mother's Day treat for myself. So just doing them at home and helping my girls do their nails, and my daughter actually did her nails for church tonight herself. You hear my kids screaming out there? See, this is real life. Real life is locking yourself in a room to get 5 minutes of peace, and it's still too noisy. Give me a second. Okay, in that gap, insert yelling. All right, so number 5. Oh, you guys, this is like real life. Number 5, magazines and newspaper subscriptions. We used to get Better Homes and Gardens and a couple different things, and no. We canceled the local paper, the state paper, all of the magazines that we got. We get enough junk mail and bills. I really don't want anything else, and it was just one more thing to spend money on. For me, this wasn't a big deal to cut out, and so maybe this is something that, you know, you would just die if you didn't have your Vogue or whatever, but for me, I cut it out. We just totally cut those out. Speaking of subscriptions, this flows into the next one. Monthly subscriptions. They are everywhere. Have you noticed there's at least 5 on your Facebook news feed every day? And God forbid you click on one, because it will never leave. It will haunt your Facebook news feed forever. So, Ipsy, Blue Apron, Home Chef, Stitch Fix. There's like a million of them. It's not even like somebody's small business now. It's just big companies deciding to create monthly subscription boxes, and they can be a lot of fun. And if you are budgeting fun money in, and part of your fun money in is a monthly subscription, then more power to you. Just be careful about how many you rack up, because they can really add up at $25 a pop. I used to do Stitch Fix. And what that is you would pick if you wanted like expensive, moderate, or cheap as possible. And you would tell them styles that you liked, and they would put together like an outfit with some accessories and send them to you. And you would have a certain amount of time to try them on and see if you liked them. And then if you kept them, then you paid for them. And then everything else got sent back to the next month. It was kind of neat. It was fun to get a pretty box. And they always wrap them so pretty. And a personalized note from your stylist and everything. I got a couple pieces that I liked, but all in all, I wound up canceling it because I didn't feel like the stylist knew me very well. It was very hit or miss. And I always had to remember to make sure I sent things back on time. And it was just one more thing that I didn't need. I don't need clothes. I've got plenty of clothes. And this is even before I was doing a capsule wardrobe. I just was like, you know what? I have clothes. But, you know, at that time, I wasn't really curating my wardrobe, so it was kind of like lots of clothes and nothing to wear. And if you've ever felt that way staring at your closet, then you know what I mean. So that was my problem. It wasn't that I didn't have enough clothes. I just wasn't curating my wardrobe in a way that actually fit my lifestyle and my likes. It wasn't things that brought me joy. So now I have that, but I still don't have Stitch Fix. It's just not, it's a luxury item I don't need. And as I said in an earlier video, I have cut out personal money. If I need something, if it's a smaller item, I will just work it into our regular grocery or non-food budget. Save a little out of $5 here, $5 there until I need it. So it's not putting any additional drain on our tire shop income. Monthly subscriptions that I have right now, that I do have. We do the Dollar Shave Club for our razors. However, we have paused it because we weren't using the razors fast enough. They're really good blades and we just weren't using them. So I paused it for several months. And then once we do start it up again, it'll probably be every other month. I don't think we're going to do it every month. Still, it's only $9 a month. But hey, whatever corners you can cut, cut them. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm willing to stop shaving my legs, so yeah, we're gonna have that one. So Dollar Shave Club is one that we do have. Another one that I have is called Adore Me, and it is for lingerie sets, like bras and panties and stuff, and it is really hard for me to find stuff in store that fits, and Adore Me has pretty options in my size. And so I am a part of their subscription service. However, I don't get something every month. I only get something if I need it, because as long as, for Adore Me, as long as you go in the first day or two of the month, if you don't need anything, you just hit skip. And you can do that like perpetually as long as you need to. So I like the discounts that I get by having a monthly subscription. Can't talk today. But I don't actually use it every month. I skip most months, and a couple times a year I will go ahead and get a set, and it's a lot cheaper than it is special ordering stuff almost anywhere else for me. So Adore Me's one. Another one I have is my eSuite. Now my eSuite is my back office for my home business. I am a an It Works seller. I'm an It Works wrap girl, you know, if you've heard of the crazy wrap things. And I do have a $20 per month subscription that runs my back office for me, so I can keep tabs on my loyal customers, help them place orders, see where my volumes are, check on my team, and all of that great stuff. So, but that is budgeted for, and it is kind of a business expense, but it's only $20. I don't really, you know, stress about it too much, and it's definitely worth it to only pay $20. A lot cheaper than what my husband has to pay for rent for a brick and mortar business. So I actually like that one. Another one I just started. I did just start one here. I'm telling you, no monthly subscriptions. I'm doing this one only because they had a free offer and you can cancel within 60 days. You don't actually have to keep on with it if you don't like it. So this is Pantry. It's called Grove right now, and it's a monthly subscription for natural cleaning products and such. And I followed a link from Lydia Sen, who is a budget vlogger here on YouTube, and got $10 off, and that was exciting. And I just got a couple of things on a really good discount for cleaning. I spent like $20, got free shipping, and I won't actually have to pay for the privilege of using that service unless I go over 60 days. So I got my planner out, I wrote the date down, I'm going to cancel it, I got my little freebie, my $10 free credit, my free shipping, and I probably won't continue with it. unless I was like really fall in love with stuff. So we'll see when the box gets here. Who knows? Maybe I'll do an unboxing video and we'll find out if we like it well enough to keep it. But it's going to have to provide a really good value to be worth working into my budget in the non-food section for the cleaning products. Your subscriptions. So if you have subscriptions, you don't necessarily have to get rid of them. Just check and see. Maybe you can do a free trial and get some freebies that way and cancel. Maybe you can alter them and just change how often you get them, and it'll work better into your budget. So monthly subscriptions is something we have cut back drastically on. Drastically. Number 7 is fast food. When I was working full-time, and of course my husband still is working full-time, we ate a lot of fast food, sometimes twice a day, lunch and dinner. I was really bad about brown bagging. I don't like brown bagging for the most part, unless I'm going to be eating it within an hour. I don't know. It's just something about it grosses me out. So I was really bad about spending a ton on fast food. Now that I'm not working, even though I'm in and about town, I've tried to make sure it's only like once a week, if that. And it has to be worked into our monthly budget for eating food out of the house. We do have a small monthly budget for that. If we need to order a pizza or something, we've had a little bit set aside. But, you know, you're really aware of how much those iced coffees cost when it's eating into, you know, your very small budget amount set already. So we've gone to maybe once a week on that. Number 8 is housekeeping. And I know you guys are sitting there like, looking at this room behind you, you had a housekeeper? Yeah. With my epilepsy and fibromyalgia, my health has been pretty rough over the years. And I will have periods of just debilitating exhaustion and pain. And so we had, especially when I was pregnant with the toddlers, not at the same time, they're not twins or anything, but I was on bed rest as well, and we got a housekeeper. And I've been able to get, my health is really a lot better now, much better, to where she was only coming once a week for about 4 hours just to tidy up and maybe watch the babies for a few hours while the kids were at school so I could go get the grocery shopping done. But now the kids are out of school and we're going to be homeschooling this next year, and I'm feeling better, and I have 2 teenagers. There is no reason why we cannot do our own housekeeping. We've been, obviously, with the minimalism, stripping down and throwing out stuff, and even the pantry. We've been eating out of the pantry and trying to keep that, you know, stripped down to the, so that we're not having to spend as much on groceries, and it's just becoming a lot easier for us to keep the house clean and neat without having to worry about outside help. And honestly, with 2 teenagers in the house, if I do happen to have a bad day, it won't kill them to make some mac and cheese and load the dishwasher. You know, we're not talking slave labor here, but they'll be able to keep up the house for a day or so. So that's another item that we have, this week was our last week. So with that. Number 9 is cell phone contracts. We have not had a cell phone contract in years. We switched over to Straight Talk pretty much as soon as it came out, even before it was like a really solidly reliable service. We both have iPhones, and we pay for the $45 plan. I really like that plan. The only problem is if you use up a lot of your data towards the end of your billing month, they will slow down your speed. They do have an option for a $55 a month plan for faster data, but we just decided to suck it up and make sure we put all our stuff on Wi-Fi only, you know, and when we're out, we just use it as a phone. There's another one out there that my parents and family use called Republic Wireless. I don't know that it's available everywhere yet. That's even cheaper than Straight Talk. Service seems to be fairly spotty, though. It's just kind of one of those newer things. So we'll see. I mean, if something comes up that's really reliable and we like it, we may switch to that too. So we're always keeping an eye on those. And at some point, depending with the kids, when they get old enough to need unlimited data, unlimited minutes, our kids just aren't on their phones a lot. We may get a family plan if that proves to be cheaper, but for now the older 2 have track phones, and we get minutes every 3 months and data every 3 months, and if during the summer when they're working they pay for their own minutes. So that's how we're handling that for here. And then number 10 is a gym membership. We have a wonderful YMCA around here, and it's a new build, and we were really excited when we got the Y membership when the entire rest of the town did. But we just never went. We just never, I think my husband and son went up there a couple times, but it was just one of those things where if there was any spare time, and of course this was when I was working full time, but if there's any spare time, we wanted to be together. And I was exhausted. I didn't want to be doing anything else physical. I didn't want to be working out. And so what we did is we canceled the membership, but we found some used gym equipment at the various yard sales and people that were selling them here locally. They had paid full price. So we bought used ones and cleaned out the garage and set them up in the garage. And now my teenage son works out there probably every single night on some area, whether it's leg day or arm day or whatever. And we have a treadmill that needs to go out in the garage. We just haven't got it moved out there. But we've got a decent little setup there for lifting weights or bench pressing or exercising. We have the pool in the back. So, you know, we made that adjustment so we don't have that fee for the YMCA coming out anymore. And also just eating healthier, cutting down on the amount of sugar. I mean, obviously we have junk food and stuff. The kids are not as keen on eating healthy, and I can cut it all out myself. However, I don't want to be too dictatorial about that. They do eat a very well-rounded meal. I try to substitute things like Truvia for sugar when I can, and limit sugary snacks to just once, maybe twice a day, a small cookie here or a glass of Kool-Aid there, and the rest of it is all like fresh veggies from the garden or fresh produce from Aldi's and home-cooked meals, and we try to eat healthy that way. One change that I have made in the last week is I have decided to start eating less meat, and this is not for any like moral reason or anything like that. I love a good steak as much as the next person, but I have noticed over the last 6 months my body is just not responding as well to meat every day as it used to. I just feel sluggish and kind of bloated and just ugh. And so I decided that I was gonna not have meat, but just maybe limit it to a couple times a week and see how my body responds. And so far it's been good. So those are my 10 things that I no longer spend money on, and I have to go because I have a toddler banging on the door and Lord knows what's going on out there. So those are my 10 things. I will try to get all of the links posted down below to all of my favorite YouTube people that have done this video, and I will see you later. Bye.